Alright, so I'll have another rant again. See, so with Metador, I'm having discussions with them, and every time I say, look, you guys have got this here, 200 amps, right? All their other batteries, 100 amps, 100 amps, 75 amps there in charge current, alright? 50 amps in the charge current, and 100 amps max discharge. So that's how much it can discharge out. And this is how much it can discharge out. 100 amps. This one here can discharge 100 amps, and that's how much it does. All right, and its max peak is 300 amps. Okay, now we get to mine, all right, and I'm being told, oh no, that's what the BMS is capable of. And I'm going, no, where there doesn't say BMS, it says max discharge current. All right, so this is how much it can discharge, and its peak is 600 amps. Now, when people were buying inverters a while back, there used to be a big issue with liars on selling these inverters because they would claim, oh, we've got a 4,000 watt inverter, right? And people would buy this, they go, great, I need 4,000 watts, and they'd buy it, right? And then find out it wasn't 4,000 watts, it was 2,000 continuous, but it could go to 4,000 for a second or two, all right? This is the same issue that I'm having with Medor right now, right? They're still doing this stuff now. They're doing the same sneaky tactics that these lot here used to do to sell stuff. So they tell a lie on the thing there. Oh, it can do continuous 4,000 output, but it wasn't. It was continuous 2,000 output with a 4,000 peak. And now you'll notice, because all this lot have been hammered and lost so much money over it, they now make sure they put 2,000 and 4,000. All right, because they're learning. And they're clever, and it's good because nobody wants to lose business through stupidity. Now, I don't like being told lies because it's just not helpful. And this here is a lie. It's an obvious lie. This can't put out 2,000 amps. I've had a look at the battery cables in there, and they're not big enough to put out 200 amps, sorry. They're not big enough to put out 200 amps, which is about 10,000 watts. Okay, so if you got this battery, which puts out 100 amps, right, and let's say it puts out 5,000 watts, all right, and then you get another one, and it puts out 5,000 watts, so that's 10,000. So you got two of these batteries together will put out 10,000 watts. You get another one, and then they'll put out, let's say, 15. Now, it's kind of, right, believable that a 300 amp hour battery, right, which is basically two other batteries joined together, or three other batteries joined together, could possibly put out 200 amps because it's like two packs joined together. All right, so this is believable, so you can sell it like this, and people will believe that it can actually put out 200 amps. All right, so it is believable sales pitch. So yes, max continuous discharge, I could believe a battery would be capable of doing it. All right, and it's got a 600 amp peak. So, I'm not going to be the only silly billy that falls for this. And then when your breaker blows up or stuffs up because you're using it at the capacity you think it can put out, not what it actually can do, and then it keeps tripping out on that, you're going to end up in discussions with this lot and getting the same stupid, oh, that's BMS. Where? There's no BMS. It doesn't say BMS. Now, I know on their website and that, where they sell this thing, it does show you the BMS is 200 amp capable, and I'm going, great, well, that's great. It needs to be to keep up with its output, right? It puts it, so I would think you put a 190 amp breaker in there, and then if it goes above that, then it'll trip out. So that the BMS doesn't catch it, right? The BMS will trip out at 200 amps. So this is what I'm dealing with. False advertising. Now, I'm sure they've got a good battery, but the thing is, what they need to do is be truthful about it. You just can't lie, right? All the other batteries, I suppose, are putting out 5,000 watts. Continuous, right? And they're fine. They're selling their batteries, they're telling the truth, and they're getting the sales. These guys have probably got a good product, but they're heading the wrong direction because they're comfortable with lies, and customers are not comfortable with lies. So I don't know why. It's just, maybe I'm just fussy. All right. God bless.